The judiciary has come under criticisms in recent times, with President Akufo-Addo describing it as unwarranted attacks which must be condemned. Speaking at the 2022 General Meeting of the Association of Magistrates and Judges, its President, Justice Henry Kofi, complained about the trend.
We have been attacked, we have been maligned, and all sorts of things have been said about judges. It is my view that evaluating or analyzing judges and their judgment should focus on how judges apply the law to arrive at a result or a decision, but should not be focused simply on what the result might be or which of the parties to the litigation the decision favors. Judges, by the nature of our work, cannot go onto radio, television, or social media to defend ourselves, and this is what our critics sometimes fail to appreciate.
The Deputy Attorney General and Minister for Justice, Alfred Tuah-Yeboah, says criticisms against the judiciary have been as a result of distorted coverage of court proceedings by some media firms. He thus called for a collaboration between both institutions to help deal with the developments.
The right to record court proceedings is one of the aspects of freedom of speech and expression. Nonetheless, some members of the media fraternity at times indulge in distorted coverage of court proceedings. This is a cause to worry about, since it can adversely influence public confidence in and respect for the judiciary. I'm not by this suggesting that judges should treat the media as hostile. No, far from that. Rather, the media must be seen as an indispensable tool in any modern democratic society. The media is therefore respectfully encouraged to collaborate with the judiciary when it comes to its coverage of court proceedings. This collaboration will undoubtedly ensure that accurate and fair information is made available to the consuming public.
Speaking on the theme, enhancing the integrity of the judiciary amidst the challenges of democratic rights and freedoms, the Chief Justice, Kwasi Anin-Yeboah, urged the magistrates and judges not to be induced in the discharge of their duty by public outcry on national issues.
Decisions of the court have sometimes resulted in an outcry within the society. However, the misinterpretations and misunderstandings of court decisions, regardless of the motive with which they are done and the pressures they exert on you, should not cause you to waver in your fidelity to the law. Yours is to dispense justice and to uphold the rule of law, irrespective of public clamor. As judges and magistrates, you must always withstand such pressures, as anything contrary to that will be a departure from the rule of law.
The magistrates and judges also bemoaned the delay in the disbursement of their allowances.
As I speak, I am told that the fuel allowance for the first quarter was released only last week to the judicial service. Last week. First quarter is January to March. So I cannot even begin to talk about second and third quarter. As for fourth quarter, don't start thinking about it. I think that this is very, very necessary, and the situation where we always have to fight. You will recall, my lords, that even this year, some previous allowances outstanding from last year were paid. And that was because of the instrumentality of the Chief Justice. We had to be virtually dragging the Chief Justice before eventually the ministry released funds. For the payment of those allowances. I think that situation is not acceptable.
As part of its solidarity message, the Judicial Service Staff Association of Ghana, JUSAG, urged the magistrates and judges to also deliver their mandate devoid of partiality.
It is critical for the judicial service to invest in reform programs that are aimed at strengthening and enhancing judicial integrity for both judges and the staff. Also, as justice does not look at the origin and the origin or the social position of anyone, but determines what is appropriate in accordance with law. I will urge you, the distinguished justices, to continue to be firm, impartial, without fear or favor to any individual, group, or class. Justice must not only be done, but must be seen to be done. This mantra should always echo in our minds in protecting the democratic rights and freedom of all.
The Association of Magistrates and Judges has held its 2022 general meeting on Wednesday, and key among the discussions was the issues of recent attacks on the judiciary. Well, the Chief Justice, Justice Kwasi Anin-Yeboah, urged members not to be swayed by these public criticisms in the discharge of their duties. Reporting from the Labadi Beach Hotel, my name is Ni Ayukwe Okain for Citi News.